VaderG here, welcome back to the channel. In the very last pre-build video right now, so Netmarble have decided to scrap the pre-build event from the Star Agent program. Fair enough, I can see that for a number of reasons. So yeah, kind of interesting. This will be my last one where I'm belting out a few vids, looking at the pre-build and giving some commentary on the new, well, there's actually no new units, no new characters in this update. Well, none that I can see anyway. But giving some feedback and some information on the new uniforms. So what we've got here on screen is Thor in his new uniform, the Herald of Thunder, Herald of Galactus. Totally different looking Thor. Looks pretty cool. Looks pretty powerful. I love those sort of the three sort of dots there of Odin force running through him. And yeah, man, it actually does look pretty wicked, actually, just that armor. So a new look Thor, undoubtedly he's going to have skill reworks. I've already checked his tier 3 against his old tier 3. The new tier 3 is significantly different in terms of skill description compared to his old tier 3, which is quite good because Thor has always had kind of a weak tier 3 in my opinion. So what else has happened in this update besides a Thor uniform? We have Loki, a new uniform for Loki, Agents of Asgard uniform, and he has a new tier 3 skill as well. So we'll have a quick look at that in a minute. We've got Valkyrie here with a new uniform. Haven't really delved into her skill effects or her uniform effects yet. There's her Awaken skill. So we got Bleed, Stun. Anyway, we'll get to that in a minute. So she's got a probably a new skill set, I would say, and a new uniform, which will have some, well, not a new uniform, a uniform. So, and hopefully that makes her, you know, quite powerful. I would really like to see Valkyrie take over combat Female Day instead of Red She-Hulk. I really dislike playing Red She-Hulk. I find her super annoying, even though I can score quite well with her. So yeah, this is changes effective skill leader of Valkyrie, enhances effects of skill Shield Maiden of Asgard's. Applies to self, increased skill damage by 25 and bonus damage by 25. And she has an Awaken skill. So yeah, I'm expecting her to be quite powerful. So it's going to be interesting having a quick look at Valkyrie. The other thing I did notice is Sif has got nothing new that I can see. She looks exactly the same. There's no Awaken skill or anything for Sif. Heimdall seems to have some sort of Awaken skill. But no new uniform, no new moveset or anything like that. So there's Heimdall. He's kind of like a mediocre character in the game for me. I use him on, I don't know, Shadowland just to solo a floor between 10 and 20. So obviously if he has an Awaken skill, then he's going to, you know, jump up a lot. But yeah, kind of a bit of a shame to see that there is no uniform for Heimdall in this update. So effectively, we've got, from what I can see, we've got an Awaken skill for Heimdall. We've got uniforms for Valkyrie and an Awaken skill for Valkyrie. We've got a new uniform for Thor, and we've got a new uniform and a tier 3 skill for Loki. So there's the highlights in regards to characters, and we'll come back and have a look at some of those skills in a minute. But there is also new story modes that have been added to the game. So we can sort of see Dimensional Clash and the All War. They were the two existing story modes that you could sort of go campaign mode or alternate mode and get the puzzle pieces and do all your sort of forming of the puzzles to get, you know, Odin's blessings potentially, or what was the other one? It was those type enhancement kits. So I never do those ones, right? Because I never really play PvP very often. So you can see here on screen we've got the True Shield is a new mission, and the Future Ends here, which has Thanos looking pretty badass actually. On this end mission. So we'll just nip into this, have a look at the alternate mode. I'm not going to run through it, but you know, we can kind of see that it's we actually have to do 9.1 before we can go on to the others, but there's going to be a bit of a storyline there revolving around Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. The rewards, so we've got the puzzle piece sort of stuff again. It looks like we're not limited to kind of those characters that have, you know, what is it, the elemental type damage, as we are in the existing sort of the Allfather storyline. So yeah, and what can you get if you combine here? Okay, so ISO 8. and potential awakened ISO 8 and some tier 3 materials as well, which is probably quite a nice touch. We need more of these sort of TCPs and dimension dust sort of stuff. So let's nip back out and have a look at the other one that has Thanos. It's called The Future Ends Here, and we'll just nip into this here and have a quick look. And once again, yeah, okay, so it looks like you need tier 3 characters for this one, and we'll have a quick look at the reward. So the basic reward here is tier 3 materials. You can see up the top here, Essence of Dimension, TCPs, and if we combine fragments, then let's have a bit of a look. Okay, comic cards, nice. So new ways of grinding stuff, right? So new ways of grinding comic cards, which we do need with, you know, with this new system, this crafting system. And given that we're now getting more CCF if we're running null, it's nice to see more TCPs and Essence of Dimensions on offer as well through some of these story modes. So you know what, I think that's a pretty good move by Netmarble. And you know, it kind of probably brings a little bit more balance to the game. More ways of farming cards. I don't know how long it's going to take to run those missions. Maybe we'll get around to doing it in this APK, or maybe you guys can just wait for a few days and do it on your own accounts. But any way you can to grind cards and to grind tier 3 materials is really needed at this point in time. ISO 8, really not needed at all. But in this mode, there was also the, I believe, yeah, so the tier 3 materials as well, the TCPs, and also the Essence of Dimension. So yeah, pretty neat. Now let's get into it and have a quick look at Thor. His moveset with his new uniform, and I haven't looked at any of his skills, so let's have a quick look at the skill description. And you can see here on screen, that's the new tier 3 skill for Thor in regards to description and skill effects. It's got paralysis, it's got decrease all defense, which it didn't have before. I think it had lightning defense down or something like that. Yeah, so it had lightning resistance up to 45% on the old tier 3 skill. It has shock damage on this one. Slightly less shock damage than the old skill, but this one has paralysis as well. It has penetration, but the old skill had penetration as well. Invincible for 8 seconds. The old tier 3 skill had invincible for 5 seconds. Increased damage by 35% for one attack. It didn't have any of that before. Lightning damage, So even just by the skill description, if you were looking at your phone or your device and sort of pulling Thor up on screen there, you would see that it is much more powerful tier 3 just on paper compared to what it used to be. His passive with his new skill, 70% chance to penetrate. With his old skill, it was exactly the same, to be perfectly honest. First skill, lightning damage. Second skill, shock damage, and move the V-pad while using a skill. Nice. I like those kind of slightly different type of skill effects. Third skill, we have a guard. He gets 8 hits, which is nice. Fourth skill. Okay, the fourth skill looks like it's full of buffs, right? So tapping and holding the skill icon will charge the skill. So it's one of those charge up sort of scenarios. 35% shock damage, applies to self, significant buffs, all attack by 70%, all speed by 6, crit rate by 35%, removes incapacitation, very nice. And we've got damage accumulation, accumulate 10% of true damage dealt to enemy regardless of defense and dodge rate. So powerful, so powerful. I can see Thor being an absolute monster here, right? Total accumulated true damage cannot pass 10,000, okay, that's pretty standard. 0.3% increase of all attacks, each 1% accumulated damage proportional to the max accumulated damage for 10 seconds, so it's only 0.3%. It is nice to see that percentage a little bit higher, but I do think that he will kick ass regardless. And with the fifth skill, we got a stun, we got a paralyze, we got decreased lightning resistance up to 50, decrease all defense down up to 50%, applies self-invincible for 3, lightning damage, and his passive applies to self-increased lightning damage by 5%. Pretty ordinary, that tier 1 passive, really. And leadership applies to all allies, increases lightning resist by 50%, which is the same as what it was, right? So let's jump into the skill preview and we'll see if we can charge up the tier 3 skill. And along the way, we'll have a bit of a look at his standard skill sets. So we'll get these punks to come and attack us. Get together, boys, get together. Okay, first skill. All right, a bit of a double sort of smash and then again. Second skill. Wow, I like that. So that's a skill that you can control, I think, using the V-pad, and they're stuck up there, right? So they're stunned. Looks like it has a fair bit of damage over time. Yeah, okay, so you can steer him around. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool, and they're totally stun locked there. Third skill, very similar to the old third skill. The old third skill was perfect for triggering the proc on the fifth skill or onto the tier 3. Fourth skill, okay, that's a fair bit different actually. Okay, nice. And fifth skill, whoa. Man, how visually cool does that look? That's bonkers, eh? Yeah, I love it. 360 hits on those crowd, and they're still disabled. So let's have a quick look at the tier 3 skill here. Man, take that. Look at that damage over time and that area of effect. He's always had massive area of effect on his third skill, on his fifth skill, and on his tier 3 as well. So, man, it's a pretty mean looking Thor. So there's a fourth skill you can charge up and sort of let go. Nice. Look at the old Odin Force in the eyeballs. God of Thunder. Putting a bit of damage out there. Very, very nice. So guys, we're at the 11-minute mark. What I'll do is I'll quickly upload this video. Let me know what you want me to make videos of through this APK. I'm probably not going to be doing, 8 or 9 videos or anything crazy like that this time. So let's just see how we go. I'm just going to have a quick look in Alliance Battle Extreme and just see what day it is today and what the schedule is for tomorrow. No, I won't because I'm not a part of an alliance. I'll quickly join an alliance. Cool kids. What is this? TNM. The queue is full. All right, so who am I going to? I'll join a cool kids. It's not the most fun sounding alliance, cool kids, but at least we'll be able to have a quick look at the alliance battle schedule and see if we can either do Thor. Okay, so we can try Thor out tomorrow, right? Universal superhero in the APK. So no massive rush. The other thing I want to have a quick look at is Loki still hero or is he villain? That is the other thing that I am very curious about, to be honest. Supervillain. Universal supervillain. So this could be quite an interesting sort of setup. So it might be the fact that I have to focus on Loki and Valkyrie today and build them up and try them in Alliance Battle Extreme. So obviously try Loki up against Thanos and Valkyrie up against Red She-Hulk. So yeah, lead me to it, guys. I'll have a look at that. But that's interesting that Loki's gone back from superhero back to supervillain. That opens up quite a bit of potential for him from an Alliance Battle Extreme perspective. All right, guys. Oh, I'll just double check Valkyrie as well. She should definitely be hero still. Yeah, female superhero, and Thor, obviously we want to check him. Superhero, yeah. Okay, I'll upload this vid. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Thank you.